Welcome back. The Prep girls soccer fight is in full swing at the start of the last week of the regular season. After a 2-2 draw against rival Torrance High, South is fiercely looking down the stretch for every win. Well, what about North? They're not out of the playoff race just yet. Vying for a third-place spot and a playoff seed with El Segundo, they remember that every score matters, especially in this game against South. Let's see what I mean. South dominates this game against North with their offense firing rounds against Saxon keeper Lauren Sullivan, but she stops that one. And another. And another. Sullivan pulls in 23 saves for this game. Managing the net and her defense well, the final score is South 3, North 1. Her great game isn't the reason she's so excited, though.
Natalie's score was pretty cool. It feels good to finally score on South. For us to score, it's a personal accomplishment for our team.
Down 2 in the second half, senior Natalie Medina takes a direct kick, and the ball sails over Spartan goalie Kylie Christian, giving the Saxons only their second score against the Spartans in the last 3 seasons. Medina takes us through the kick.
Actually was kind of nervous. I didn't know where I was going, but I knew the wind was coming, so I knew if I just hit it out more to the outside, hope it would go in.
And while Natalie's goal went in, the Lady Spartans had 3 of their own. In the first half, junior Jessica Nakai crosses to the back post and Kaylin Kamerly scoring the first goal for the Spartans. She's only a freshman, and she likes scoring goals, but she also likes to give credit.
First of all, had like 10 shots, and I couldn't finish any of them. And I probably couldn't have scored without Jessica because she just gave it to me, and if I would have missed that, I probably would have taken myself off the field.
The other first half goal sees Jessica Nakai passing it to junior midfielder Haley Stewart, who's going to juke the defender and the goalie as the ball grazes the net. 2-0 Spartans. North would try and gain momentum in the second half off of this Brianne Bosnick throw-in, but South goalie Kylie Christian would punch it away. South is still up 2-1 after Saxon Natalie Medina's goal. Lady Spartan Amanda Whittle takes it upon herself to get the third and final goal. Senior Tina Yagiyayan tells us what the Spartans need to work on for the postseason.
We're just going to have to push through it. We need to connect as a team. We need to just have that team bonding and just work for each other. It's a team sport, so we're just going to have to work together and get through it, and I think we will.
The Lady Spartans will definitely have to work through and work out all of their missed opportunities. Take more shots for that final shot at the CIF title. South wins 3-1 over North. It was brought to you by freshman Kaylin Kamerly and juniors Haley Stewart and Amanda Whittle. Those goals were made with assists by Jessica Nakai and Tina Yagiyayan, and Natalie Medina scored off the direct kick for the Saxons. Congratulations, ladies. And North's keeper Lauren Sullivan made an impressive 23 saves. Let's take a look at the rest of the scores from around Torrance. Southwood blank Centennial 11-0. Kyla Diekman, Mackenzie Kurtz, and Tina Yagiyayan all score 2 goals. North betters their CIF chances with the Lawndale win where Lauren Sullivan made 13 saves. Haley Noble scored 2 goals for the Torrance win against El Segundo. Keeper Ashley Flanagan records 14 saves for the Lady Tartars. Let's take a quick look at the Pioneer League standings. Wow, I'm having a flashback to last season. South and Torrance are at top vying for first again. South will play Lawndale and El Segundo for the remaining games this week. Torrance will play North, who is gunning for third and a playoff spot, so you know it's not going to be an easy one for the Lady Tartars. And that top spot is really hard to get in the Bay League. Redondo beat West by a goal by Chidera Equibuelos, scored a header for the Lady Warriors. The Lady Warriors are in 5th place in the Bay League with only 2 wins. Headed over to the boys. We'll take a quick look at the most important score of the Pioneer League last week. Man, the battle for the league supremacy was going on between North and South. North goalie James Lasardi had 10 saves, and Andrew Perius had 11 in a game where Connor Oltenbart and Chase Walker scored 2 goals in the second half for the tie. This makes the Pioneer League a little bit more interesting. It's a situation that will go down to the last play in the last minute of the last game. South plays Lawndale in their last game. North's got to get by Torrance and Gundo if they want another chance at a Pioneer League championship. Torrance must win the remaining games if they want to see the light in the postseason. West won a big game in overtime. They recorded 3-2 against Redondo. Matt Adachi scored 2 goals. One of them was a winning score in OT, and Derek Hamilton added to the total with 1 goal. They are currently in third place in the Bay League. PV is in first. That's all for soccer. We've got more hoops after the break. In the Pioneer League, the Saxons look to keep a perfect league record. Can South keep it steady for 4 quarters against the Saxons full court press? Stick around.
It's from a place of love that I became an activist. It is just a fabulous area, full of life. It's one of the few areas of temperate old-growth forest left on the planet. In the early 90s, it looked like all of the intact forest would be clear-cut logged, and it was very devastating to think of that possibility. So it was quite a pivotal time right then to take action when we did.
1/3 of the massive Great Bear rainforest will now be protected from all logging. We're talking about an area the size of Switzerland.
Having the Great Bear rainforest protected now really means a lot to our community. I would say we're part of the environment just like the animals are. The greatest thing that I enjoy is seeing a total stranger respect this area. We're hoping that years down the line, this place will still be looking the same as it does right now.
The North boys basketball team isn't looking anywhere but down the stretch. A perfect league record, a roster with well-conditioned players, and a defense able to keep the pressure on, make this game tricky for the Spartans. South does manage to come back against North twice in this game after being down 8 and 9 points. We go to Ashley Morgado to see if they manage to keep it.
The undefeated Saxons were looking for their 11th consecutive win, and you could tell how badly they wanted it. The Saxons quickly bridged a gap for the Spartans in the first. Here, senior Andrew Mia did some showing off with this deep three. Later in the first, Devontae Jenkins finds senior Jordan Schum, who puts up a three of his own. First quarter ends with a score of 19-12. But the Spartans put up a fight and wanted to do some showing off too. Here, captain Jake Lai, spin move, awkward angle, but he makes it look so easy. Impressive for the junior. But let the senior show you how it's done. Jabron Zawani with the dunk to slam the Spartans back in the game, but only for a second. Transfer Adrian Rakestraw, while taking it down, tries to pass it inside to Kenichi Hackman, but no good. The Saxons take it to the other side, and Taryn Hart will, wait for it, okay, off the glass for 2 more. Later in the quarter, another primetime moment. Ken Flippin on the steal, takes it to the house all alone to add 2 more to the Saxon score. Making it final, Eddie Lee will find Schum again, and he will seal the deal. At the half, the Spartans trail by 9. So on to the third, and the Spartans caught momentum. First, with a Grant Catani 3. Jake Lai likes that one and points at his fellow junior. Then, with a name like Hackman, you gotta be able to put some down. Kenichi hacks the score by 3, making it a 4-point game. Anything you can do, Brandon Wong will do better. He stretches that lead for the Saxons, but with 10 seconds to go in the third, Garrett Nita drills a 3 to end the quarter at 49-45. Spartans still down. Spartans with the inbound in the fourth. Lob to Sawani. 1-2, dunk. A great start for the Spartans in this quarter. But it wasn't enough. Immediately after, Ken Flippin says, 3 more makes it an 8-point game. Moments later, after a game of hot potato, Lee hits this one to put the Spartans down by 11. They were never able to catch up, and the Saxons got that 11th victory. Final score, 77-62.
We knew we had to go stronger than they have because we know they could come back any second. We were in the lead for majority of the game, and we knew we just needed to push it at the end.
The undefeated Saxons are well on their way to a great postseason. For the Sports Desk, I'm Ashley Morgado.
And thanks so much to Ashley. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the score, 77-62. Eddie Lee's incredible game was totaled with 27 points and 6 steals. Ken Flippin scored 15, and he had a game-high total of 3 3-point shots. And big man Jabron Sawani went for a double-double and 5 blocks. Let's take a quick look at the rest of the scores. North would clinch Pioneer League with a 92-75 win over London. Centennial would shut down South, who lost by 5 points. Torrance won in double digits against El Segundo. Austin Mitsunaga dished 15 points, and Jimmy Carley brought in 14 for the win. Let's take a look at the standings. North up top, undefeated, and they are looking down really on Lawndale, Torrance, and South, who are all battling for the postseason. There really isn't much else to say except that Torrance and South must win their remaining games if they want to get to CIF. The Warriors beat out PV in a close game, winning 41-39, and West gave another loss to Redondo, winning 49-46. And Brendan Yamada led that attack with 12 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and 3 steals. And oh, how it goes down to the last game. The West Warriors will take on Lusinger in the last week of a regular season play. Will be their good luck to the Warriors. Peninsula is chapping at the bit, though, in second place, and Costa Redondo PV round out the Bay League standings. Sarah's win over Bishop Montgomery solidified their Delray League crown. B-Money finished strong, 91 to Cathedral's 39 points, and Lamont Murray Jr.'s 22 points and Justin Bibbins' 18 points led the Knights in scoring. Let's take a look at their standings. The Delray League standings are as follows. Obviously, the Knights are only 2 losses are to Sarah. Bishop Amat, LaSalle, and Cathedral are all remaining teams in the Delray League. The Knights have made it to the postseason, but they're going to have to get past Sarah sometime in the brackets, even if it's in that final game. Let's take a look at the girls' standings. The Lady Knights basketball season isn't wrapping up as well as they'd hoped with the losses in the last 2 weeks, and it weakens their postseason chances, putting them at a 4th place spot in a very competitive Delray League. There are a couple of chances for a win, though, this week. And North beat Lawndale easily, 47-28 points. 10 different team members put points on the board for the Saxons. Alyssa Nishi and Kara Shimasaki were the leaders, though. Centennial scared South for sure, and a strange upset, winning 56-48. I'll bet that they learned something there. Jessica Fujisobo and Faith Matsuda led Torrance in scoring. With their win over El Segundo, only makes it more interesting for the league standings. Take a quick look. All right, for the last week of the regular season, it's a 3-way tie, all of them from Torrance. As for the first place spot, it's really going to come down to North playing Torrance in the last game of the regular season. South matches up against Gundo and Lawndale. And the Warriors are best in the Bay League with a 7-1 record after beating Redondo last week. PV is in second, and Penn is in nearby with a 5-3 overall record. That is all that we have for you right now regarding the basketball standings. But if you see us out at the game, go ahead and give us a shout out. That is all we have for you now, but now is when you can let us know something we don't. Take a look at the information on your screen. Give us a call at 310-618-5762. You can email us at thesportsdesk@torranceca.gov. You can view all of our shows online on the city's website. And don't forget, all of our shows from 2010 and 2011 are on YouTube. So that is all we have for you this week. Teams are already going to the playoffs. Can you believe it? So good luck to you, and we hope that we follow many of the Torrance teams all the way to the final game. So until next time, Torrance, play hard.